Milo at your service.
The withering war swept across the land. Seelie and Unseelie fought each other. The House of Valor was abandoned for the battlefields of Esau and On. Engard battled hordes as the warriors of Valor thrived on the plains of Erethel. The storm grew as they joined the war, and the Seelie threw back the invaders.
The hermit blacksmith is here in the keep. We see few enough strangers now. Come for the contract board? Dead? Why, that's a shame. I'd say I'm sure he'll be missed. But he's from Whitestone, so you never know. And that's his walking staff there. I'll take that. Job well done. I'll admit, it's good to have a master blacksmith on premises. He's a bit haughty, though, if you ask me. Just stood there, smile on his face, while Effia raged on about his shoddy work. I guess he's glad to have a master again. Anything you need's found in the smithy. You've got Heki for most things, and Gavroche for mending, and now Effia as armorer. So long!
Shield sister.
Always wonderful to see you, beloved. Are we embarking today? Please say yes. If that's what you want to do, then I'll do it.
Hi there. Greetings. Greetings.
Good to see you. There's all I could find of value on the wreck. I'm ready to go back out again whenever you like. I've been searching the island for the last few days, and these are the shipwrecks I've found. Do you see one you'd like me to salvage? Travelers usually have a boatload of money from all their dealings. We'll find out. See you tomorrow. Be wary.
Oh, hi. I don't think much of this book, but here it is. I wonder if this is where the modern Aisling 13 Fingers got her name. She's a real terror of the Almia Valley. Oh well, keep them coming. This will give me something to do tonight. I should be finished translating it tomorrow. See you.
Why, hello. The trade mission was a success. Here are the goods I managed to procure and an update on our relations. With whom should we engage in diplomacy? What kind of diplomatic mission would you like me to conduct with the Diverga in Emberdeep? How big a trade would you like me to make? Excellent. This should improve relations between us. I'll be back tomorrow. The pleasure was mine.
Hello, my friend.
Ah, hello, my love. Shall we walk along the cliffs? Share a stew of eels and oysters? Ew, I take back the last one. That I can do.
Off into the swamps, I assume? The Fae of House Vengeance has always embraced their anger. Before Gadflow, they accepted it and controlled it. Now they wield it like a pair of swords. When mortals were welcomed into the Feylands, Vengeance already despised us as interlopers. When Gadflow declared war, they were already on his side. None that would be of any help. After a decade of Tuatha control, they've all gone quiet. But if there are any out there, I'm sure they'll be looking for you. Just keep your eyes open. After all, you'll be in their swamp. Be on your way.
Hello. I've got plenty of supplies if you've got plenty of coin. When that Niskaru appeared, I thought that was it. Mel Senshir would fall. No one else in this world could have slain that demon. I thank Lyria you were here with us. The greatest of generals. I heard that when the Niskaru came, she gave her life in order to protect us. Back again.
When the Grayson are interested in a trinket or a gem, Rialti's Ma has what you need. Looks like she really was the great general after all. Another time then.
It's time to celebrate. The Baelor's dead, and the Tuatha have fallen back to Cursewood. You and me, let's drink to victory. Not Tack. Not Tack. Damn the Tuatha! Damn them to the fires! This isn't how it was supposed to happen. I was supposed to be the soldier. He was supposed to stay home to watch Mother. I knew he was in Cursewood, but they must have been in the path of the Baelor. They were trying to shield us. Poor Tack. Mother will be ruined.
Damned swamps.
You! Stop!
Greetings.
State your business.
Keep your hands off me, fool. I know Tuatha.
You're the one who slew the Baelor. Honor to you, champ. I command the Ariad. We are warriors. My men are scouting the Tuatha's retreat, though I fear I may have lost even them to this cursed forest. I have been leading the Ariad for many seasons now. I may not have the flair that some of our other leaders do, but I get the job done. Don't care what happened on the wall. Talara was a great general, through and through. She'll always be a hero to the Ariad, and to me. My men and I are glad to be free of its walls. It is about time the brass decides to unleash us on these Tuatha dogs. Aye. Cluracan's doomed to drown in blood. Mark my words. The men and women of the Ariad are handpicked for possessing a very particular set of skills. We are the eyes of the Alpha forces. It is our responsibility to move among the enemy, to watch and wait, and when necessary, to kill. Vile creatures. The sooner we kill them all, the better. They are overdue. My men are never late. They are either where they are supposed to be, or they are dead. In fact, if you are venturing out into the forest, may I prevail upon you for aid? 3 of my men are missing. If you discover any evidence of what befell them within the Cursewood, let me know. Warrior to warrior, I would be in your debt. And if it would sweeten the pot, there'd be gold for you as well. It's been called that ever since they laid the foundations of Mel Senshir. Even the smallest of plants and critters can kill you out here. Deep within the Cursewood, most likely. I sent 3 soldiers into the forest to track the movements of the Tuatha. Where that took them is anybody's guess. Later then.
Any luck out there? They're fighting the Tuatha, right? Since you're the one who defeated Witch Knight Malwyn, I suspect they'll be looking to find you. I'll meet you in Mel Senshir.
Yes? Talk to Captain Drafan if you're looking for work. Drafan runs the Ariad. I've never been much for officers, but he gets things done, and he cares about his men and women. I was asked to join the Ariad after my 3rd battle here. Since then, I've probably spent more time in Cluracan than Mel Senshir. War is not won by brute force alone. It takes knowledge and planning to defeat the enemy. That is the Ariad's role. Acquiring the knowledge that will carry us to victory, and sometimes eliminating those with similar knowledge on the other side. Goodbye.
It's me. You did me a good turn in Rathir, don't you remember? Family arms? No matter. I've been to war, and so it seems I'm cut out for this sort of thing. They're calling me a hero, if you can believe it. I still can hardly believe it myself, but there I was, out there, a score of Tuatha sent up a beacon as I held them off until reinforcements came. Won a medal for that, right enough. Used to think it meant sitting in a tower, lobbing a fireball now and then, and dining on hardtack. Out here, it's nothing like that. Nothing at all.
Ah. You are... It is a pleasure to meet the Siegebreaker. Especially here, in a land where pleasure has been all too rare. I am Sidon the Outcast, Prince in exile of the House of Sorrows. I'm here to welcome you to our home. I see the hesitation in your eyes. Although I am Fae of the Winter Court, you and I have a common enemy. I am Sidon the Outcast. Once, I was Prince of the House of Sorrows. The Winter Fae have been disgraced and despoiled by Gadflo and the Tuatha. With your help, I can end their reign. Clearly, I'm not Tuatha. I carry a loathing for them that mortals could never understand. I simply approached your lines peacefully and expressed my It seems that even the simplest mortal soldier can recognize an ally against our mutual enemy. Indeed, you accomplished a great feat here. But the Tuatha Deon are far from defeated. Before striking the heart, you must If you wish to put an end to Gadflo's reign, meet my brethren and me at Foe's Hearth to the east. We can talk further there. Yes, I traveled with Agarth back in his prime. But those are stories for another time. I've heard of her, and I've seen her work. A dead diplomat here, a salvaged peace treaty there. But even as a collector of secrets, there's precious little I know about her. Nothing could be more beautiful than a mystery. We are the remains of the Winter Fae. Refugees from the capital of the Tuatha have taken our court and our birthrights. And for that, we will take their lives to restore a balance once again. I am Sidon the Outcast. Once I was prince of the Winter Fae have been disgraced and despoiled by Gadflo and his new god. For House and Heartbreak, I shall end his reign. We have walked these lands for countless ages, always playing the same roles, always seeing to the proper cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Now, we face the end of our ways. Not from the mortals, as some had feared, but from our own kind. That little fool used to be nothing more than a capering jester, but he found the power to rise against the High King and defeat him. It's enough to make you think there's something to his god, Tirnoch. The House of Sorrows is home to the lovelorn, the desperate, and those ravaged by hope. Together, my brethren and I, now, the Tuatha have taken our people, our houses, and our self-respect. We grieve at these losses, but we shall take them back by whatever means. The House of Vengeance was a place of fierce honor and stoic determination that made granite seem soft, and when Gadflo rose up, he unleashed their bottled hatred and turned it against the mortals. Now, they're led by a vicious cur, more beast than fae. Home of my heart and grave. This is where the brave and foolish come to die. And in death, they feed the swift and... I'd rather not talk here. Cluricon is filled with Tuatha spies. Travel to the old ruins at Foe's Hearth. We'll meet you inside and we can talk there. Prismere has always grown in our lands, but only with a surge of magic into our world was it anything other than a simple gem. When mortals think of Fae, they prefer to think of the Summer Court. And why not? They're rich. By all means, pretend all the Fae are like them. You'd never dare go to sleep if you truly understood the rest of us. The Tuatha have corrupted the very soul of the Unseelie, twisting our people. I've tried to get the Unseelie to unite against them. By the time we realized their threat, it was too late. But I'll not give up. No need to be surprised. We know that you seek the corpse collector. Secrets. It wasn't so long ago that you were working with him. But then, that was a lifetime ago for you, wasn't it? We're only a shadow of what we were before Gadflo poisoned our minds. Seems natural for embodiments of decay, doesn't it? But unlike our lighter siblings in the Summer Court, we'll fight to cleanse the Tuatha from our lands, just as any wounded animal would. Now be careful. These swamps can be treacherous.
So, you go ahead. It's been some time since Sidon and I had a chance to talk.
Indeed, Agarth. I hear on the winds that you laid down your sword and drowned yourself in drink when you learned the ways of fate. And yet here you are, sword in hand, again the victor. How is this? Do the winds lie to me?
It's a long tale. It started when I sobered up long enough to go bury a friend of mine in Alistar Tower. Or rather, that's what I had planned to do.
Good luck out there.
So few of the Winter Court left to stand against the Tuatha. Good to see Sidon still around. It's been a long time. Sidon and I used to be best of friends. Sure, it's been a decade or two, but for Faye, that's barely a blink of the eye. I'd trust him with my life. I had wondered what happened to the Winter Fae when Gadflo took control. Seems that they formed the Bitter Frost. They've got as much to fight for as our kind, and nothing left to lose. We couldn't ask for a better ally. Old Sidon's a snake, but he's still on our side. Why, I remember when he helped rescue my fiancée from Rassilon, back in my younger days. Of course, she called